My first competition in 10 years. Let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here guys. First things first, I'd like to warmly welcome you all back to the channel. It's competition time. As you all know guys, I'm now a member here at Woolley Park Golf Club and I have a handicap. That handicap is +4. It's not exactly what I was expecting, but the idea now is I'm going to play monthly medals, midweek medals, Staplefords and the rest, and hopefully get that to be something like it should be. So without any further ado, right then, feeling it a little bit. That was always going to happen, wasn't it, today? Where was that? So, let me explain. Guys, I've got a bit of a confession to make. This isn't my first competition in 10 years. It was yesterday, and I've got an even bigger of a confession to make. I didn't even film it. Now, the reason that I didn't film it is that I wanted to kind of give it my all and actually go and play golf. The reason for joining here, although it's making good content, getting a handicap so you guys can kind of come on the journey with me, is to actually play more social golf, to actually play on a weekend, to play in the club competitions, not take them too seriously, but try and play. But then I'm also aware that you guys are going to want to know how I've gone on, and I'm really grateful for that. So I've kept all my stats on the ShotScope app. Now before we get into it guys, I'm going to talk you through what I did well yesterday, what I did badly yesterday, and we might as well start with what I did terribly yesterday, hence why we're on the 10th hole. Guys, before we do start, get in the comments below and let me know, what do you think I shot in the medal yesterday? It was a medal play, so stroke play. You had to finish every hole, and I'll give you a clue. I had 30 putts. 30, which isn't bad. It was greens maintenance week, but what if I told you I had a 4-putt and 2 3-putts? See, that messed with my head big time. So guys, it's all right me talking you through my first ever competition in 10 years, but what you really want to do, apart from seeing it, is speak to the guys who I played with. And luckily enough, we've found them. Boys, how are you? So Connor, we shared a buggy. Yep. How did I play?
Oh, you're a bit like me, shaky start, bogey start, but got it going in the end, didn't you? Bad 10-4. Really.
Not the best, was it? Stu, should we talk about yesterday or?
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about yesterday.
You played.
Just leave 12 out.
We'll leave 12 out of the equation. I'll tell him in a bit. We'll not discuss it now. But no bogeys on front 9 for you.
No, 1 under. Did all right, and then.
How hard did it play yesterday?
Not really. What
No, I didn't think that. I thought.
Yesterday, wasn't it?
Pretty
Conditions
fair, yeah.
were pretty good. No wind. All right.
Did you expect better from me? I did.
Yeah, we're expecting a +4 round, James. Yeah.
Right, boys. You know, I'm going to leave you going with your work. Thank you for your time. And the reason I said on the tee you would hit that shot now is because this is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. That was always going to happen, wasn't it, today? Where was that? And today we've found it. We're in a bit of a dip, but we've found the fairway just there. Yesterday, yeah, we were in there. And I mean, if I show you the hole on the ShotScope system now, you'll see that it was quite interesting. I didn't hit a bad second shot out of the deep rough. It went front edge of the green. Now, front edge of the green out of thick rough isn't that bad. And I'll tell you now, I was 1 over par for the front 9, which isn't bad to say. I was 2 over par for the first 2 holes. You see where this is going? Bad, good. Bad, good, good, bad. Just not quite. In fact, I'm going to try and get this front edge and show you what happened next. You might have already seen on the app. That's probably a bit further up actually. And to make things worse, I've just come out and filmed a video this morning and played probably the best I've ever played. And I do think that's down to putting myself in the position of playing in a competition yesterday. And don't get me wrong, I've played in Pro-Ams over the last 10 years. I've played in PGA regional comps and things like that. I've never played well in them, but no one was looking, and so I didn't really care. Whereas now there's 165,000 of you which hopefully care and hopefully are enjoying the journey. So the last thing I want to go and do is shoot 85 and you'll be like, well, you're rubbish, I don't want to watch you anymore. And I'm not saying that would happen, because I know that a lot of you guys watch my channel not because I'm good at golf. To be honest, I don't know why you watch it, but I'm very grateful that you do. And the reason for this video isn't me just going to talk you through my round, like when you get in the clubhouse after the round and I did this and wish I'd done this again. I'm going to show you how I'm going to try and learn from the mistakes that I made. So I 3-putted the first, which wasn't great. Bearing in mind, we're probably on the hottest putting street we've ever been on. So that wasn't a great start. Second hole, this is exactly what the old guys do in the clubhouse. Second hole, boomed a 3-wood off the tee, put it in the bunker, slashed it out to about a foot, missed that one as well. All of a sudden we've got the jitters with the putter, which I've never had. So that's not bad. We'd have taken that yesterday, but we were here, literally like there. So the first putt obviously is a long putt. This is like 50 feet. Now the putt I hit was actually perfect. It nearly went in. It went just long, left me a downhill putt of about that. That's not a bad effort. That's going to leave me short. So what then happened, I'm not proud of, and I wasn't proud of at the time. My head went a little bit, and I don't know why. I mean, not for this putt. This putt was okay. Again, we were there for 3. I know what you're thinking. Oh, you didn't take your time. You tried to tap it in and you missed. I didn't. I lined it up and thought, right, we're 1 over par. Let's make this and move on. And just shoved it. See, I can't even miss it now. Just shoved it. There is a point to this, I promise. Just shoved it and it lipped. It lipped out. It went like there. That's exactly what it did. It picked up a bit of pace. And then this is what I'm not proud of. And then my head went a little bit, and Nick even said to me, James, Nick played with us as well, by the way, James, take your time.
Nice putt, Robbo. Take your time, take your time.
And for some reason, I didn't take my time, and it lipped out again. I can't miss it now. It lipped out again. And then, to be honest, I was quite lucky on this one that went in, because that could have missed as well. So that was a double bogey from a green in reg, 4 putts. Now I promise this is the end of the whinging, because after that I was then 3 over par, and I'm thinking, oh, 3 over par through 10, you battled all the way. I mean, the front 9, you can see my stats for the front 9, I'll put them on screen now. 2 over through 2, threw a couple of birdies in there. No, 1 birdie, 2 birdies, 2 birdies and another bogey, 1 over through 9, then did that on the 10th. And then I went more aggressive, and this is where I'm trying to learn from what happened, and hopefully you guys can learn something from it as well. I need to be more aggressive all the time, because when I'm aggressive, I play better, I swing better, I feel better, and generally I putt better as well. The funny thing is, although I had 2 3-putts and a 4-putt, I actually putted really well. I hold so many 10, 15 footers to stay in it. T-peg anywhere? Broken one? Anywhere? And if I hadn't have hold them putts, then it could quite easily have been a 80 or something. Guys, comment below, what did I shoot? And don't look on how did I do, just guess from my reaction. Kick right. Oh, I would have loved this yesterday as well. Go in. Oh. Oh. And this is what I mean. I feel like I learnt so much yesterday. Don't take your foot off the pedal. Don't try and play defensively. Don't even worry about your score. Just try and hit shots. I've hit a 6-iron there to what looks to be about 10 feet. Yesterday, I hit a 7-iron. It wasn't into the wind. It was probably the right club, and I left myself a terrible short-sided lie. Putted from off the green, used a bit of Chris's nous, and got up and down, and actually holed probably like a 3-footer downhill left to right, which when you've just 4-putted on the last green from like a foot, that was the turning point to what I'm going to talk to you about next. This is where I'm going to get happy. This is where we can start to say was the screw that we were just doing that with. But first, let's see if we can roll this birdie putt in, because I'm quite enjoying my golf again at the moment. And what I think I need to start doing more is holing out in these videos, even if it is just kind of playing with friends. Take that break then. Go on, go on. Oh, he stopped there. I mean, we'll obviously hold that out, but say if I leave myself that when we're playing a video, no problem, all day long. But in a comp, you need to practice those. What happened next was we made our way to possibly the toughest 2 holes on the golf course back to back, stroke index 3 and stroke index 1. And in your head you're thinking, well, all I want to try and do is make a couple of pars, steady the ship, 3 over par, then try and make a couple of birdies on the way back. I feel like you might see where this is going. We played, I'm going to put hole 12 on screen now for you from the shot scope. We birdied it with a 4 iron. And I hate this hole because there's out of bounds left, as you can imagine, for me with a medal card in my hands. Literally, that in my hands, that's not what I want to see. But we stepped on this tee and Stu teed off first. Now I'm not going to go into detail on what Stu did because Stu played really well yesterday and he's playing the golf of his life. He was level par through, was he 1 under through the front 9?
No, 1 under, did all right, and then...
He hadn't had a bogey on the front 9. He sent a couple left on here and made a big number. That's all we'll talk about. But that's the last thing, obviously, as someone who hits it left and has just had a bit of a nightmare and your brain's a bit frazzled, that's the last thing you want to see. So I'm quite proud of myself. I stepped up, smashed it down the fairway and left myself around 200 yards into a little bit of wind. See if we can do the same thing now. That's even better than yesterday. That's fading a bit. That's down the left side, right side even. I'm really sorry I didn't put shot tracer on that. I was caught up in my own little world then. I usually would for you. And I'm actually quite sorry that I didn't film the comp yesterday. I did take the camera out with me, but then I just thought, if I'm going to do this and playing comps and play with the lads, I can't have a camera with me all the time because A, it's not fair on the lads. They want to go and play, and if I'm talking to the camera, they might be... I do generally have good spatial awareness when I'm filming, but sometimes it can just be annoying, so there's that. And then also, if I'm going to be thinking about the shot I'm trying to play, I don't want any distractions. I'm not saying this is a distraction, but it's obviously another thing to be thinking about, so I don't want to be slowing people up and things like that. I will start doing more commentary videos where I film every shot just with my phone, put shot tracer on them all and kind of do a commentary over them. I know some guys really enjoyed that. The video didn't do that well views wise, but maybe it just didn't work in the algorithm. Anyway, so that's not a terrible drive on this hole. It's pretty much safe. Yesterday, we were about there. Now, still a long way back. We're at 204 yards in, so we're going 4 iron, and all I'm thinking is just play a half decent shot. You're 3 over par. It's a tough hole. You're into the wind, and then I don't know what happened. The shot scope's on screen now, but I played the best golf shot. It just went straight, the perfect yardage, landed soft. I mean, that's good, but it was better than that. And it finished up, where's that going? I mean, I would have taken that yesterday in fairness, but it finished about a foot from the flag, maybe 2 feet from the flag. And we rolled it in for birdie on one of the hardest holes on the golf course. And for me, that bounce back ability, that's what I need to bottle up. That's what I've taken so much from that first competition, even though the score wasn't quite what we wanted. So the score was 74, so that's 3 over par. Bear in mind we were 2 over par through the first 2. Birdie here got us back to 2. The next hole I put it to about 6 feet and just missed the birdie on there as well. We didn't birdie the par 5, and then we just made a couple of silly mistakes on the way in, and I actually had a 10-15 foot putt on the last hole for a birdie for a 2 over par. That lipped out, unfortunately, but I'm really happy with that. I think 3 over par, I've always said, I think my handicap should be about 2 or 3. I think I'd enjoy it off that. I think I'd compete off that. Not that that's what I'm trying to do. But the guys even commented yesterday and said, it was nice to see me play golf without a camera and have a bit of a spark and actually be looking at trying to put a round of golf together. So for me in the first medal, 74 blows, especially after the start we had and after the meltdown. And realistically, there was 2 shots thrown away, maybe even 3 shots thrown away on the 10th hole alone. So you take those out of it, you're around level par. And interestingly guys, we had a bit of a debate after the competition about my handicap and about, obviously I did a video on it being wrong and try to explain the handicap system. +4 was always a little bit harsh, I thought, and that's where for me, if we're trying to include people in golf, we're trying to get people to either come back to golf or start golf, the handicap has to be right to start with. Now, if my handicap was 2 or 3, like I thought it should be or think it should be, I'm all of a sudden then thinking, oh, I can try and play a little bit better and maybe get under my handicap. Being off +4, all of a sudden you bogey the first 2 and you're like, no, done. So I suppose it will level itself out in time, but like I said with Foxy on that video, do I want that time? Do I want that amount of time? Do I want to put 20 cards in? It's going to take a long time. Say time more. And I'll look at just how good and lucky that 4-iron had to be. This is what we're left with trying to hit the same shot again. And it finished so close to the flag. And if I was left with this shot with a little bit of mud on my ball, I think I would have putted it in the comp. That's something which I've started doing as well in competition. I know we have a laugh and a joke about lob wedge and often it works. I was putting a lot more. And it seemed to, I was getting up and down most of the time, but there's a special place in my heart for that, and I suppose that's why I don't do it, because that's still going, just on the green. So guys, that was my first competition in 10 years, and it was a midweek medal. 74 blows, net 77, because +4, but the course rating meant that I was +3. So net 77. Guys, if you've enjoyed that, let me know. Let me know if you're interested in the club competitions that I'm going to be playing in. I hope it didn't come across as a bit of a, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. I'm trying to do it so that hopefully you guys can learn something what I've learned from. From that round of golf, I learned not to give up, which as a 30-year-old you think you'd already know. But I was really down and out after the 10th, and then to go par, birdie, nearly birdie, nearly birdie, nearly birdie. You get my drift. You can get back from something. It doesn't matter how bad it is. Yeah, and apart from that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash that subscribe button below, and I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Bye! Where was that?